Fancy a bit of a blather?
My mates and I are tip-top. Reckon we're ready for a bruising?
I am prepared for the fight.
Introducing your champion.
Get ready. I'm coming for you, friend.
Guess I'm the jump master. Knew it would fall to me eventually. Desperation. All right, mates. We could try here or die somewhere else. No pressure.
Aye.
Here we go, mates. Let's get messy. No need to get razzled yet. We're all just having a good time.
Round one.
Hey, mates. Let's go OT.
Countdown. Attention. First blood.
The ring's our neighbour, pals, and we've got about a minute to find her. Oh, first blood. Who'd have thought a blood sport would be so bloody? The next ring's quite a trek, and we're down to 45 seconds.
I found a heat shield here. Knockdown shield here.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Oops.
New kill leader appointed.
Mastiff shotgun here.
Extended light mag here.
Car SMG here.
Just a
G7
moment.
scout here.
Crafting.
Ultimate accelerant here.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh yeah. Ultimate's ready. Love me an LMG.
Care package being delivered.
Care package, dropping from low orbit.
Picked up some materials.
Looking for optics for a marksman.
Yo, could use optics for a marksman. Got some materials.
Thanks,
Laser
Sarah.
sight here. Level 2.
Attention. There is a new kill
Could use a
leader.
bigger energy mag. Oh, we've got a new kill leader. I love this place.
Extended energy mag here. Level 1. Extended energy mag
Knockdown
here.
shield here.
Level 3.
Level 2. Yeah, I could use that. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Take that back. My bad. Mates, that's one. There's one, mates.
Reckon we should head here. Aye.
Enemy over there. Bilkul. Yo, mates. Got. Yup.
Oh my, an enemy.
Thanks, yaar.
No problem at all, darling. Let's head in that direction, darling.
Yeah.
I am taking fire.
Healing up. Hold on.
Follow me.
Okay. Yup.
I got it. Grenade.
Fancy a stroll this way?
Airstrike. Airstrike.
Healing up. Hold on.
Being shot at. Really?
Let's get here.
Shields recharged.
Could use that.
Let's go that way.
Bad boys are shooting at me. Me and you are done.
Deploying heat shield. Deploying heat shield.
Enemy there. Enemy that.
Give me a sec. Healing. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Taking a moment to heal.
They missed. We're down one. Thank you. Grab that banner. This way, mates.
Our brethren's fight is not over. Deploying a heat shield. Taking a moment to heal.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
New ring is distant.
Medkit here. Healing up. Hold on.
Replicator on high.
This way. Supply bin here. Phoenix kit here. Max, check out this way. Open supply bin over here. Supply bin here. Respawn beacon here. Syringe here. Syringe here. Healing up. Hold on, hold on.
Healing my wounds.
Knockdown shield here. Left sentinel here. R99 here.
I'm back here.
This way,
Only a
mates.
flesh wound.
Move that way, mates. Got one here. Looks scared. I don't blame him.
Scanning the area. 1 minute remains. The ring is close.
One in the distance. Doesn't look too scary, so you... Hey, this way sound good.
Just a tick. Healing up.
Some plugger's shooting at me.
Hostile over there.
Using a phoenix kit.
Supply bed over there.
I am taking fire. Gone, but alive.
Hey, mate. We're down one. Ring's closing in 30. It ain't far. If you're scared, well, too late. That's our banner. Let's show some sort of effort. Grab that banner. This way sound good? 10 seconds. Ring's close.
Close door.
Batty here, mates. Fancy going this way? Getting shot at.
The ring's closing and we ain't in it. So unless one of us is... Shall we head this way, darlings?
Hey, let's check out over there, mates. One in the distance. Doesn't look too scary, so you can come out of hiding. And cover for your mates. Care package coming in. Feel that hype, yeah? Look at that plonker over there. No idea they're about to die. Giving my shields a recharge.
There's that shit.
Batty! Tossing up some amped cover. Half the squad's alert.
Kill leader has been
Another squad's popping their heads in.
Found an enemy. Close. Any closer, I'd be behind them. Heads up, mates. Another squad's enemy. Fighting. Shield broke. Replicator entering orbit.
This is the map of the world. The surface covered by land is shown in grey, while parts of the ocean are covered in blue. On the former, volcanoes are not strange concepts, and you hear names like Pinatubo, St. Helena, Pompeii, and so forth, and the destruction they cause, including the loss of human lives. However, many people find the idea of volcanoes underwater strange and unbelievable, even though they are also very dangerous. In this video, we take you to the sites of the largest underwater volcanoes exploding and cracking open the earth in all their violent glory. Volcanoes are some of the most spectacular events in nature. They cause massive eruptions that not only cause untold destruction, but also literally change the world around you and alter the political, social, and economic landscapes. Many great cities have been made desolate by these awe-inspiring natural phenomena. Volcanic eruptions are complex, as volcanologists will tell you. They are very diverse because they can be caused by a multitude of events. While you go about your business daily, directly under your feet, under the Earth's crust, there are layers of molten rock which, because of the high temperatures at the core, are melted to form magma. Magma is made up of different gases, mainly carbon dioxide, water vapor, and sulfur dioxide. Nature stores in magma chambers that are sealed beneath a lid of solid rock. However, the problem is the storage compartment is not fail-safe. Because magma exists in the gaseous form, it is less dense than the rock above it and begins to rise. At the same time, water vapor escapes as bubbles, which increases the relative density of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Our volatile magma will eventually expand to 1,000 times its original size. At this volume, the pressure on the chamber lid increases to such an extent that we just can't avoid or postpone an eruption. Imagine shaking your soft drink and it exploding when you pop open the lid. In this case, by shaking it, you're separating carbon dioxide molecules, causing a buildup of gas and pressure, which escapes violently when the lid is cracked open. This is what a volcanic eruption looks like, but on a far more powerful and destructive scale. When our magma is released through the ruptures in Earth's crust we call volcanoes, it is known as lava. This can be super hot and you don't want to go near it. as much as 1100 degrees Celsius. Normally it will also form what is called pyroclastic clouds. These are cascades of hot ash, gas, and molten rock fragments. They can get as hot as 1000 degrees Celsius and shoot around at 700 kilometers per hour. Volcanic eruptions come in different sizes, so what determines how large a volcanic eruption is? The size depends on factors like how thick the magma is, the density of gases it contains, and the amount of new magma forced into the magma chamber. Basaltic lava allows gas to escape easily, resulting in smaller eruptions, while andesitic and rhyolitic lava makes it harder for the gas to escape, leading to larger eruptions. But what causes a volcanic eruption to occur? This is where it gets interesting and dangerous. The main idea is that an increase in pressure on the chamber lid causes the magma to be released from beneath it. However, there are different reasons behind the eventual movement of magma and the type of eruption that results. Volcanoes are usually found near the boundaries of Earth's tectonic plates. Sometimes the plates are spread apart, leaving a yawning gap on the surface, or they push underneath one another. This is known as subduction. When the plates separate, our magma rises slowly in order to fill the gap through a gentle explosion of thin basaltic lava. But things get violent if one plate pushes underneath the other, forcing molten rock, sediment, and seawater down into the magma chamber. The rock and sediment melted into fresh magma and eventually overfill the chamber until you have an eruption that releases sticky and thick andesitic lava. But plate tectonics is, however, not the only cause of eruptions. Decreasing temperatures can cause old magma to crystallize and sink to the bottom of the chamber, forcing fresh, liquefied magma up and out, similar to what happens when a brick is dropped into a bucket of water. A decrease in external pressure on the magma chamber may also allow for an eruption by minimizing its ability to hold back increasing pressures from the inside. This is often caused by natural events, such as typhoons that decrease the rock density, or by glacial melting on top of the chamber lid, which alters molten rock composition. This means a volcanic eruption can be triggered by another natural phenomenon akin to waking a sleeping giant. So-called hotspot volcanoes are the ones that form away from tectonic plate boundaries. These are created when plates move and expose hot uprisings from Earth's mantle, known as plumes. However, what happens when a volcano is located underwater? Interestingly, there are more volcanoes underwater than on the surface of the Earth. In fact, most of the world's volcanoes are located in the middle of the ocean in a mountainous chain that runs around the planet and covers a length of over 30,000 miles. These massive volcanoes can reach heights of over 18,000 feet. Underwater volcanoes are interesting because of their consequences. For example, if you love your Hawaiian vacation, you have an underwater volcano that fell for it because the islands were products of an underwater volcano. Then solidified lava produced from a volcano into the ocean from an underwater submarine volcano. However, because they happen in water, these volcanoes are not easy to be recorded while happening. Most of them end up not even boiling in water. The scientists can examine their effects by examining samples of the debris that they produce. They can also piece together their size and the level of their impact. However, when scientists manage to capture an underwater volcano, it's just as stunning as terrestrial, like the Tonga eruption. It was captured as it happened using an Earth-watching satellite, and it showed how explosive things can get in the South Pacific. It also allowed scientists to follow the progress of eruption as they had never done before. The volcano eruption on the island of Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai was captured by the US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. The video of the eruption shows a vast plume from the volcano rising high into the atmosphere like a giant mushroom during the eruption. It extends outward from Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai, one of the 170 islands that makes up the South Pacific Kingdom of Tonga. The Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai underwater volcanic eruption birthed a full-blown tsunami that struck Tonga's capital of Nuku Alofa at a distance of 40 miles or 65 kilometers south of the volcano. The sonic boom from the eruption was heard across the Pacific Ocean, reaching as far away as Alaska. The city of Nuku Alofa was covered in a thick film of volcanic dust, and the Tonga capital city suffered loss of its internet infrastructure. There was an eruption about a month before, but the second one was about 7 times more massive. However, the eruption occurred in stages. According to observations of satellite images, there was little eruptive activity between the first 170 islands that makes up the South Pacific Kingdom of Tonga. The Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai underwater volcanic eruption birthed a 4-foot tsunami that struck Tonga's capital of Nuku Alofa at a distance of about 40 miles or 65 kilometers south of the volcano. A sonic boom from the eruption was heard across the Pacific Ocean, reaching as far away as Alaska. The city of Nuku'alofa was covered in a thick film of volcanic dust, and the Tonga capital city suffered a loss of its internet infrastructure. There was an eruption about a month before, but the second one was about 7 times more massive. However, the eruption occurred in stages. According to observations of satellite images, there was little eruptive activity between the 1st and 2nd of January. On January 2nd, the area west of the volcano had green-yellow discolored water, accompanied by white gas and steam emissions drifting northeast on the southwest end of the westernmost island. The volcano was already increasing the surface area of the island as it had added about 1.6 kilometers squared. Real estate developers will love that one. The next day, Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcano produced a small ash plume rising about 7 kilometers. Just what happened after that was not known because the site witnessed a cyclone which obscured the satellite's view of the eruption. However, days later, the satellite again picks up a minor plume. By this time, some pumice had washed up to the northwestern beaches. Beachgoers in Nuku'alofa reported a sulfurous odor. Things began to get intense in the middle of January. A subaerial generated a mushroom-shaped eruption plume consisting of gas, steam, and ash. The mushroom was 5 kilometers wide at the base and rose to the stratosphere, an 18 to 20 kilometer altitude. The plume expanded radially to about 260 kilometers in diameter, extending over the city of Tongatapu, located 70 kilometers to the south, Eo at 106 kilometers, Ha'apai 130 kilometers away, and Vavau 270 kilometers distant. Separately, geologists using a boat observed Sirtzian pulses ejecting dark, dense material into the air and pyroclastic flows expanding over the ocean. The activity reversed the gain in land surface area, with approximately the middle third of the island disappearing. Sorry to the ambitious real estate developers that celebrated too early. The land loss was confirmed by Planet Labs using satellites. At this stage, the authorities had to issue a national tsunami warning due to the abnormal swirling water off the coast of Nuku'alofa. The eruption lasted more than 12 hours, producing a plume that grew to 20 kilometers. Places as far as 75 kilometers away reported ashfall. The plume contained a strong amount of sulfur dioxide, leading to people reporting the smell of sulfur in places like Tongatapu and Ha'apai. As a safety measure, all domestic flights in Tonga were cancelled the next day. Astonishingly, the Global Lightning Detection Network GLD360 ground-based network detected 191,309 lightning events within a 48-hour period, or up to 30,000 per hour. Meanwhile, Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai was not done erupting. A larger submarine eruption began on January 15 from vents just below the surface of the ocean, generating an eruption plume of gas, steam, and some ash. It generated a plume rising to 15.2 kilometers, with the top spreading at least 600 kilometers in diameter. According to news reports and social media posts, residents in Nuku'alofa heard multiple loud booms and saw a large expanding eruption plume that eventually covered all the Tongan islands. This eruption lasted about 8 minutes. There was another ashfall which deposited materials several centimeters, with the rain of ash lasting about 10 hours. This affected water tanks, and some residents reported having difficulty breathing the ash in the air. This round of eruption also caused a communications blackout across the country, with damages to the underwater fiber optic cable providing access to the internet reported. The ash also damaged satellite terminals. Eruptions and lightnings go hand in hand, and this round produced 400,000 lightning events. The plume would eventually top 20 kilometers in height, with data from other satellites suggesting it rose to 30 kilometers. For the rest of the month, there was no new eruption at Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai, and satellite imagery showed that most of the previously combined island had been destroyed, leaving only a small part of the island of Hunga Tonga and the southwest island of Hunga Ha'apai visible above the ocean surface. Pumice rafts were visible to the southeast of Hunga Ha'apai. In all, Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcanic eruption killed 3 people, but more were injured in the tsunami. Damages included buildings and whole villages washed away or otherwise damaged. The roofs were covered in ash and trees were uprooted. However, 2 deaths were also reported on a beach in Peru. All the houses on Mango Island were destroyed in the tsunami waves. In Fonoafua, only 2 houses remained standing. Another underwater volcano that produced new land was the one reported near the French island of Mayotte. Within the space of 6 months, a giant edifice measuring 800 meters in height and 5 kilometers across was born. The changes were stark when scientists put side by side before and after maps of the area. This was revealed by Marc Chaussedon, the director of the Institute of Geophysics in Paris, IPGP. His team, along with scientists from the French National Research Agency CNRS and other institutes, had witnessed the birth of a mysterious submarine volcano, which, according to them, was the largest such underwater event ever witnessed. There are about 250,000 people living in Mayotte, and they reported small earthquakes daily, the beginning of a series of events. While people sought information and assurance, the authorities were not much more informed. This was because even though Mayotte has a seismometer, triangulating the source of the rumblings needed several instruments, and the nearest to others several hundred kilometers away in Madagascar and Kenya. However, a serious campaign to understand what was going on in the ocean started later, with a team of scientists led by Nathalie Fouet dropping 6 seismometers on the ocean bottom 3.5 kilometers down, close to the activity. When the scientists examined data from the seismometers, they discovered a tightly clustered region of earthquake activity, ranging from 20 to 50 kilometers deep in the Earth's crust. The team theorized that a deep magma chamber fed molten rock to the sea floor and then contracted, driving the cracking and creaking of the surrounding crust. A volcanic tremor originating near Mayotte was recorded across the globe. These kinds of tremors are different from short, abrupt earthquakes. They're also known as harmonic tremors and produce a prolonged release of energy caused by magma moving underground. The tremor suggested the magma was flowing somewhere near the islands, which was notable because the seismic waves were even lower frequency than your average tremor. In fact, scientists almost missed the 25-minute tremor because it was so low frequency and slow. GPS measurements obtained on Mayotte also suggest a shrinking magma chamber. The island sank by 13 centimeters and moved 10 centimeters east. According to the map of the seafloor, the volcano shot an estimated 5 cubic kilometers of magma onto the seafloor. The scientific equipment also detected plumes of bubble-rich water rising from the center and flanks of the volcano. Fishermen reported shoals of dead fish, but this could not be confirmed. However, the team collected water samples from the plumes that could be studied for clues about the composition of the magma, the depth from which it came, and if there is a risk of an explosive eruption. Other samples that the crew got included rocks from the new volcano, which were reportedly popping as they were transported because of the high-pressure gas trapped inside them. Other scientists analyzed seismic wave data collected by the network of seismometers, including those installed on land and on the sea floor. The network logged some 17,000 events, 94% of which occurred on the western portion of the Mayotte Ridge and 25 to 50 kilometers below the surface. 84 more earthquakes lasting 15 seconds and classified as very low frequency were also reported. The very low frequency earthquakes probably came from a seismic source that was repeatedly excited, possibly faults destabilized by magma in a large, deep reservoir. To have so many earthquakes deep in Earth's interior is unusual. Many seismic events caused by volcanic activity occur above the Moho, which is the boundary between the crust and mantle, about 17 kilometers below the surface of Mayotte. The researchers took the deep earthquakes as evidence of geodynamic activity in the upper mantle and lower crust. Magma from the upper mantle likely filled a reservoir and pressurized the region. As the magma traveled through the crust and eventually to the sea floor, it would have instigated swarms of deep earthquakes. What effects do underwater volcanoes have on marine life? Scientists have made an interesting discovery about animal life in the water surrounding active non-terrestrial volcanoes. The scientists were studying the water around the Kavachi volcano, which are located near the Solomon Islands. They were shocked to find a school of sharks in the area. They included reef sharks, hammerheads, and scalloped hammerheads. Kavachi volcano is active and often erupts, but the sharks are not scared off by the underwater explosions or submarine boiling lava, but actually thrive here. How do they cope in this environment? Scientists postulate that the sharks have special pores near their snouts called ampullae of Lorenzini, which reportedly allow them to sense changes in Earth's magnetic field. The sharks use this information for homing and migration, and may also use them to avoid dangerous situations. Of course, they do not stay nearby during eruptions to avoid getting cooked alive. Studies have shown that the sharks can detect approaching hurricanes and cyclones, so they may be able to know when something bad is about to happen and rapidly move out of the way. However, what puzzles scientists is what draws these sharks to these potentially dangerous environments. Suggestions include they hang around the volcano for reproduction or simply looking for food. Kavachi turned out not to be the only place with active underwater volcanoes that attract sharks. Scientists also visited another location in Piton de la Fournaise, off of France's Union Island in the Indian Ocean. In fact, the island's government had to ban swimming and surfing after more than 20 shark attacks. However, scientists have yet to find a satisfactory explanation for the presence of sharks in the sites of underwater volcanoes. Perhaps the most popular underwater volcano is Krakatoa, whose eruption literally changed the world. Krakatoa is an island near the Strait of Sunda, located between Java and Sumatra in Indonesia. It was a small uninhabited island, about 5 miles long and 3 miles wide. It had 2 elevations. The taller is the peak of Krakatoa, rising at 2,750 feet above the sea. On the adjacent land are volcanic cones, some active, some slumbering, and others dead. Krakatoa was active in 1680, with observers reporting a great storm and an earthquake at sea, along with booming thunders and cracklings. They also reported a strong sulfuric atmosphere and large quantities of pumice floating on the sea. For about 2 centuries after that, Krakatoa remained a gentle island with lush greenery that caught the eye of seafarers tired of seeing the same boring sea for weeks. However, things would change dramatically in 1883, starting with subterranean disturbances reported in Batavia, a city located 80 miles away. Interestingly, the inhabitants of the town Anja did not report anything unusual, even though it was only 25 miles away. Similarly, the inhabitants of Merak, about 35 miles from Anja, went about their businesses unaware of the terrifying events that would soon happen. The people of Batavia heard a booming noise, followed by a rattling of doors and windows on May 20th. The trembling continued to the next day. In Sumatra, Teluk Betong and Semanggo towns experienced ashfalls, although they were light. While Krakatoa was suspected as the source of the ash, there were other volcanic sites that seemed more likely to be the culprit. By the next day, however, Krakatoa could no longer hide as smoke was seen rising from it. During the next 8 or 9 weeks, the eruption continued with increasing vigor, sending out masses of pumice and molten stone and increasing volumes of steam and smoke. Although the prevailing monsoon carried them westward, the greater part of the matter thrown out, a cloud of lighter particles rose higher and encountering an easterly current of air. Some of the dust fell on the island of Timor, 1,200 miles away. The volcanic activity in Krakatoa stepped up on August 21st, so much that a ship reported it could not access the strait because of the massive shower of pumice and ashes. In the afternoon of the 26th, there were violent explosions at Krakatoa, which were heard as far as Batavia. High waves first retreated and then rolled up on both sides of the strait. The night would be a terror, with the total darkness punctuated by electrical phenomena on a terrifying scale. The terror of the gigantic column of smoke and ashes was seen as far as Batava. Some of the debris made it to Cheribon, 500 miles away. The morning of the 27th would bring an even more gigantic explosion, which people in the Andaman Islands and India heard. It also generated an immense tidal movement, resulting in a great loss of lives reported in the dailies. The ejected miles rose so high that when it spread itself out, it covered the whole western end of Java and the south of Sumatra for hundreds of square miles. Total darkness ensued, and abnormal atmospheric and magnetic displays were observed. Compass needles rotated violently, and the barometer rose and fell many tenths of an inch in a minute. Between 10 and 12 o'clock of that day, the subterranean powers burst their prison walls with a terrific detonation, which spread consternation and alarm among the dwellers within the circle, whose diameter lay across nearly 3,000 miles. This was followed by deep darkness, with a heavy downpour of mud and debris. By the sunrise on the 28th, the dark
Round 1. Begin countdown.
Close, with a minute to spare.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. Someone's being a rascal.
Got materials. Rings just a little further. 45 on the clock.
Right in front of me. They ain't much. Putting up some amped cover.
Rings 30 on the clock. Backpack here. Level 2.
New kill leader.
Frag out.
for you, mates. Enemy here. Close enough to smell the teardrops.
Got us a care package coming.
Some plunkers shooting at me.
Later, champ.
Fox 3, sending the payload.
Recharging shields.
Charging on my shield. Getting some damage.
Knuckle cluster out. Don't get shooting at me.
I need help.
Help, I'm down. Look right here.
Strong thumb down. Joker right.
Taking damage. One second. Use my Phoenix kit.
It's not all bad. He's
Hey
got
now,
music.
I didn't ask to
and
be the
blood
best.
sports.
I worked for it.
Live today, die tomorrow. Better than the other way around.
This is your champion.
All right, mates. We could try here or die somewhere else. No pressure. Oops. Never mind.
Here we go! Hang tight! Let's go over there.
Need a second. Mates, that's 1,000. Throwing thermite. Arcstar out. Amped cover for you, mates. An enemy's shield. Boy, firing. Reloading. An enemy's shield. Crap, I'm down. My armor is destroyed.
Good. Standing taller will make them easier to spot.
can lean on Gibraltar.
I love a good party, mate. Best way to show off the gear.
This is your champion.
The only difference between predator and prey is who sees who first.
Did you have as much fun as me? Hello?
Land here.
Bloody
Unless
hell.
you don't want to
look
survive
like
this.
bloody hell.
May your bullets hit their marks, and not me.
Hostile close.
Watch it. Some prey landed near me.
I could use a weapon.
Making contact with the enemy. Picked up some materials.
Yep. I could use a
Supply
weapon.
bin over here.
Huh.
Taking damage over here.
I need a weapon. Getting shot at. Putting up some armed cover.
I've got an angle. We'll be there.
Looks like we're in the next ring. Good. Contact with target.
Yes. I need a weapon.
Watch it. Grenade. Waiting out.
Oh, I'm hit. Could use some help. I'm down, brothers.
Attention. First blood.
I need a weapon.
Right there.
Some flankers shooting at me. Tossing Arcstar. Reloading.
My #1 fan's watching, so you know I'll be fantabulistic.
Ready to go.
Let's make some bees and honey. Meet back at Wits for a pint.
This is your champion.
I fight on behalf of the odd ones. Which could be any one of you, I suppose.
Oh, you should have legged it, mate. Should I phone your mom?
This might be a good place
I'll
to
come
land,
pick
but
you
what do
up.
I know?
I hear ya.
My squad's gonna beat up your squad.
Hey, no need to get razzled yet. We're all just having a good time.
Oh, this is the best part.
No, thanks. Your mates got one there.
My ultimate is ready, like spaghetti.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Lucky us, we are already inside the ring. First blood on the enemy.
Ring's close. Got a minute to hit it.
Shotgun bolt here.
Got an
Level
extended
2.
sniper mag here. Level 3.
The ring is close. Less than a minute.
Laser sight here. Level 3. Ring's close. Got 30 seconds. Let's turn it up, mates. Ten seconds. Ring's close. We got this.
Warning. Ring closing.
We're all outside the ring and it's moving. This is madness.
Heavy ammo here. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Dibs.
Care package being delivered.
I need a hopper. Double tap trigger.
Med kit here. Laser sight here. Level 2.
Mates, I need a standard stock.
Bam goes the boozle. Grappling. Let's check out that way, friends. Evo shield here.
Sure.
Level 2.
Yeah, I could use that. Wait a second.
I think we should move that way. Bamboozles for the fools. That was better in my mind. I've got an Evo shield here. It's cool. Level 2. Med kit here. Med kit here. Using grapple. There's a jump pad right here that might be fun.
Wait a second.
Contact with target. Knockdown shield here. Level 2.
There's a bang.
Attention.
New kill leader. Bet they used a rampart for them shots.
Direct hit. Half the squad's running.
Fire! They're hitting me!
Broke that enemy shield.
Bamboozles for the foozles. It worked, it rhymes.
Amped cover for you, mate. Getting shot at. Batty.
Firing.
Charging my shields.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am.
Send it a decoy. Wait, how do I know it's not a decoy? Green stuff.
Open fire on the enemy. Cracked an enemy shield. More friends are coming to kill us. There's another squad. Reloading.
We could go over there. Just a thought. If I'm wrong, you can kill me.
Giving my shields to
I need shotgun ammo.
spotted.
I need a hop up. Double tap trigger.
Shots
I'm out of
fired.
light
They're
ammo.
hitting me. Recharging shields.
Recharging
Your mates.
shields.
Got one there.
Send it a decoy. Wait, how do I know I'm not the decoy?
Damn it. I'm out of light ammo. Tossing up some amped cover.
Got them.
Over there.
Broke that enemy shield. Hostile over there. Reloading.
I hear ya. I'm out of light ammo. Got a bad one over there. Enemy spotted.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Some flunkers shooting at me.
Opening fire. Shots fired, and they're hitting me. Giving my shield to recharge. Sending out my decoy.
Look at the map. The next ring is far. I am taking fire, friends.
Replicator being delivered.
They're dropping
I'm out of light ammo.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Recharging shield.
Broke that enemy shield.
I'm out of light ammo.
Reloading. Light ammo here.
Thanks.
Recharging shields. One
Phoenix
moment.
kit here.
Gotta use a Phoenix kit. I could use that.
We should go that way.
Enemy OD. Amped cover for you, mates.
Bam! There goes a boozle.
I am taking fire, friends.
You got bamboozled.
Amped cover for you, mates. This way sound good?
Giving my shields a recharge.
Let's check out over there, mates.
Who's ready to fly on
Hey,
the
mates,
zipline?
let's go OD.
I am. I'm taking fire.
Got a bad one over there.
Getting shot at.
Getting shot at.
Yo, Fool.
Charging my shields.
Giving our shield to recharge.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Amped cover for you, mates.
Giving my Phoenix kit.
Better step it up, mates. Rings far and closes in a minute. Enemy spotted.
Rings far and closing in 4.
Zip rail here.
Gotta help up here. Turbocharger. Optics here. Close range. Havoc here.
Optics here. Sniper. Could have something good here. Huh? Oi, zip rail here. Healing up. Hold on, hold on. Rings moving and we're all outside.
Go bamboozle.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Either the care package is coming in or the skies just have.
Faking him out with a decoy.
My ultimate is ready.
Hostile right here, right in front of me.
Get ready, it's zipline time.
Got a full OT.
Let's go over there.
We could go over there. Just a thought. If I'm wrong,
Something
kill
good
me.
there.
Enemies are shooting at me.
Something was shooting at me.
Cracked an enemy shield. Reloading.
There's a baddie.
Hostile close.
Look down at. Give me a second. Healing.
Bam! To the bam! I'm running out of ideas.
Charging my shield. Ah, you good? Open at him.
Repairing my damages.
Just gotta patch myself up.
Replicate. Some punk is shooting at me. Tossing up some ammo.
I'm repairing myself.
Putting up some amp cover. Give me a sec for healing.
Right here.
Enemy here. Close enough to smell the teardrops.
Firing.
Enemy here. Cancel that. There's a shortage.
to rock and load, fellas.
Wanna fly? I make a great wingman.
If I ever let you down, it's probably because I grew a bit tired of carrying you.
Introducing the champion. You know what I look like. Come find me.
I'm the jump master. Could be worse. Could be someone else. Let's show these crews why their parents never loved them. Let's check out over there, Rex.
Wow, first blood. Imagine passing out before even taking a sip.
Next to
Backpack here. Level 2.
could have something good here. Evo shield here. Level 2.
That's got my name written all over it.
Got some materials. Pipe down, Susie. A minute's ticking. If we aiming to live, then best not foul it up, eh? Got some sniper ammo here.
Would love a backpack. Fireproof, please. 45 seconds and rings far. Fire up the afterburners and move.
Warning. Ring closing.
Need an extended energy mag.
Ring's moving and we're all outside. Let's not die this way. Cool. Right. Now this is what I'm talking about. Got an extended sniper mag here. Level 3.
R301 here.
Optics here. Mid-range. Sniper stock here. Level 2. Got a care package coming in.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Move there. Well, hello. Signs of another
Got a
squad.
Need a
replicator
sec.
here.
Ah, dope.
Treasure pack here.
Eva shotgun here. Mates, check that map. We're all over the place. Longbow here.
Crafting over here.
Well, that'd be an enemy. Cracked an enemy shield. Firing. Launching me knuckle cluster.
Targeting the next ring, people. Set your map.
Picked up some materials.
Mission menu. Got a visual on a bogey right here.
Huh?
We should cruise over there.
Bilkul.
Move there, Tech. Clown spotted over here.
Ah, dope.
There's a clueless bogey out there.
One in the distance. Doesn't look too scary, so you can come out of hiding.
Taking fire. Guard shields on that.
Closing up some amped cover.
Reloading.
Getting some damage. Charging my shield. There goes my cover.
Cluster. Serving them enough. Don't you soon at me.
Under fire. Guard shields on that bandit.
I'm using a Phoenix kit, fellas.
Standing give shot though.
Killer 5 Dr. Axel. Ready to burn. How copy?
Charging my shields.
Championship is ours.
Live today, die tomorrow. Better than the other way around.
Ready, steady, go!
This is your champion.
I'm Jumpmaster? All right, if you insist. Let's show these fools why their parents never loved them.
Checking
Sergeant, on my shield.
I need a weapon.
Beginning ring countdown.
Enemy here.
Recharging shields.
I need a weapon. My ultimate is ready. Woohoo! Hostile over there.
Attention, delivering care package.
I think we should move that way. Negative.
Running.
No trouble here.
There's an enemy. Backing up my cover. Hit my target
Mark the target.
Help, please.